I'm at a place that's almost too beautiful to capture on video. Right over my shoulder is Guanajuato City, and I'm in the state of Guanajuato, and I'm taking you to San Miguel de Allende. Now, these are places that tourists don't typically think about going. I mean, San Miguel, yes, but Guanajuato, no. So you're gonna get kind of an exclusive inside look at what it's like to visit these cities in the state of Guanajuato. Guanajuato City, or Guanajuato capital as it's called, is one of the most beautiful and vibrant places I have ever been, right in the center of Mexico. And it also has a vibrant and colorful past because it's famous for one of the most important battles in the early push for Mexico's independence. Now, I arrived there just in time for the early International Cervantino Festival celebrations, as well as the preparations for Dia de los Muertos. Now, the International Festival of Cervantino is bringing in artists from all over the world, and each year a country is celebrated along with the festival, and this year it was the United States. This festival, by the way, has been going on for more than 50 years, and I actually had a chance to go in and watch a beautiful performance from an artist out of Portugal. All right, now we're gonna go for a little ATV ride, and I'm gonna race Jose. I really loved getting on an ATV and getting a chance to explore Guanajuato because you get to see the city from a whole new side. When you're walking through the city, of course, you get to see all the arts and all the culture, but when you're driving around through the city on an ATV, it just gives you an entirely new perspective. So we made it to San Miguel de Allende, and I have so much to show you, but the first thing I'm going to show you is what they call the Sistine Chapel of Mexico, and it's pretty breathtaking. I just went in, but you know, I'm recording this after I've already been in, and I'm going to show you just, I don't know, it almost brought me to tears. It was so beautiful. Built in the 1700s, from the outside you would have almost no idea what lies on the inside, but let me take you in. This is why they call it the Sistine Chapel of Mexico. This is the Sanctuario de Jesus Nazareno de Ententilco, and all you would have to do is you could take a taxi just outside of the city of San Miguel de Allende, and you can see it for yourself. There are 2 sections that you're allowed to go into as visitors, but there are actually, I believe, 5 or 7 sections total. So I just checked into my hotel, and the view is literally so insane. I could see all of San Miguel de Allende. Whew, that's loud. Isn't that awesome? I'm not always the biggest fan of putting like a hotel room video into my vlogs, but the view here was so insane, so I wanted to tell you guys to add Hotel El Palomar to your list because all the rooms were completely different, but all had like great views and really great architecture. I mean, check this out. I have a bathroom that has a bicycle as a sink, and then also this insane soaking tub and a huge bed that was so nice to relax in for a couple of days during my travels. And now we're gonna learn how to play petanca, game I'm actually not familiar with, but I understand it's kind of like bocce ball. Now here we are at Bon Petanca, and this is where we learn to play petanca. And essentially it's kind of like bocce ball, but it's a French version, and this place is like this French-Mexican fusion experience where we not only got to play, but we also got to enjoy some delicious pizzas and had a little competition amongst our press group. And I can tell you it was a lot of fun, and I had an epic shot, but of course I wasn't recording. Look what I just did. That is my ball. That is Adrian's ball. There's so much to see, especially with architecture from the 1700s. And in fact, I'm in front of the Church of San Francisco, which is quite beautiful. Of course, the most famous of them all is the Parroquia, which is the main church in San Miguel de Allende, where you can see it from almost anywhere in the town. This is a 17th century Gothic structure and one of the most photographed churches in all of Mexico. But walking around, you get kind of the same sense that you would get in Guanajuato with the arts and the culture. And they even have a store just outside. It's not even a store, it's this complex where you can buy art from a plethora of artists, including buying some old pieces like these letters on the wall. These are from Frida Kahlo. They also even had like a Salvador Dali that you could buy if you wanted to. But the city really turns up at night, and it was just so beautiful to see La Parroquia all lit up.
How cool is this? So this is Katrina, and she is traditional for Dia de los Muertos, and actually Hermes, he helped me with the glitter and with the incredible flowers, and now she is going to be packed up, and I'm going to take her home with me to Costa Rica.
Please don't laugh at me for saying Costa Rica like that. I don't know, I was just getting in the vibe. But here, I want to talk about the mojigangas, which is something you can see around the city, and I want to introduce you to Hermes Arroyo. He didn't invent the mojigangas, but he's of course become one of the most important figures related to their making, preservation, and popularity. These papier-mâché puppets, by the way, are huge, but they barely weigh 50 pounds. And they're often used in wedding celebrations throughout San Miguel. So we were invited into his workshop to make our own papier-mâché art, and I chose a skull to paint to represent Katrina, as I told you, as a festive symbol.
So we're out at dinner. Check this out. Oh, that's so gonna be up. Wow. All right, it's time for a little bit of wine tasting. So come along with me. We are at, can you read it? It's backwards. San Lucas. And I already had a little bit of wine, if you can't tell by my teeth, but we're gonna have a little bit more, and I'm gonna take you on the experience.
Milliliters of oil. The scorpions hate lavender, so this is perfect.
You want another hit?
Scorpions hate lavender?
Yes.
Wow.
And also mint and citronella.
What are we smelling there? That's actually lavender, and it's something that they grow on property to help keep the bugs away from their delicious grapes for their delicious wine.
So I have to say that this is probably my favorite spot in the entire vineyard, is this wine cellar that they've turned into a tasting room.
And you can help me with the aromas, because all the aromas are just something personal for me.
So I've got my coffee. We drove about 40 minutes outside of San Miguel de Allende, and now we're gonna go horseback riding and learn kind of the ways of this very cool and very large ranch that we're on, which it's like so beautiful early in the morning. The roosters are still popping off too.
Just outside of San Miguel de Allende, you'll find Rancho Chotolar. Let's get into it.
So you've seen a huge emphasis, right, on the arts that we see in the state of Guanajuato, but there's also a huge emphasis on culture. And within that culture, it means preserving their old ways of life. However, sharing that with those who might visit has become difficult due to what they've seen through 2023.
If the United States have economic problems, no travelers. We feel that because we are neighbors.
Tomas and his family have been living just outside the city of San Miguel de Allende for 4 generations and hope that when visitors come to this arts capital, he's able to show them a little more in regards to the old ways of life.
For people that not accustomed to see this part of Mexico, they love it. Traditions. Family is the main thing.
His ranch takes visitors through his property, showing them traditions he's upheld with his family, including cheese making and horseback riding. But he said that climate change has had a huge impact on their ability to grow crops, and due to several dry seasons, he may have to pivot away from beans and corn to other crops.
It's one of the private options to start planting like agave or cactus that they don't need much rain. Yeah.
So the next time you're thinking about traveling to Mexico and you want to get away from all the touristy areas at the beach, know that there's 2 cities in Guanajuato that would love to share their art and culture with visitors.
So we say we cannot travel to the world, but the world comes to us.
And that's it. That's a wrap on Guanajuato. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on this journey with me. I know it was super quick, but we did a lot in like 3 days, which is crazy. And I've got more adventures coming up on the books, and I can't wait to share them with you.